Hello students, this is Nilofer Miss, your SS teacher. Today we are going to continue with chapter 16, part 3. In our previous video, we saw about the seasons which are divided as per the climate of India into 4 seasons, which is cold weather season, hot weather season, advancing monsoon and retreating monsoon. And as we got to know the months also in which they occurs. Winter from December to Feb, summer March to May, rainy season June to September and retreating monsoon October to November. Then we learnt about cold weather season, which is winter and which falls in December up to February. We got to know about the winds, the pressure of winds, the temperature and how the central Himalayas obstruct the extremely cold winds coming from Central Asia and protect India from severe cold. That we learnt. Then we saw what is jet stream and what are the western disturbances. That also we got to know. Now further we will go in this video. Conditions in South India during winter are different from those in North India. So the condition in winter season is different of South India versus North India. South India is situated in torrid zone near the equator and has a peninsular shape. Why it is different? See, first of all, where is South India situated? It is in torrid zone. It is near the equator and has a peninsular shape. Its inner area is not very far from sea coast. It is very nearby from sea coast. So this area does not feel severe cold as the northern India during winter. Northern India is far away from sea coast, that's why it feels severe cold, while this area is not far away from the sea coast, so it does not feel severe cold. There is no snowfall. Temperature also does not go down very low. Example, the temperature at Kochi during January is around 26 degrees Celsius. Madurai is 25 degrees Celsius and Chennai is 24 degrees Celsius. But the mountainous area in South India feel low temperature. Temperature decreases towards north. In India, winter is considered to be very pleasant and healthy season. Due to longer and cooler nights, dew and fog are common in early morning. As you will wake up early in the morning, in winter season you will find fog and dew. Day is shorter and night is longer. In winter, dry winds coming from overland mass generally do not bring rain, but northeast winds coming over from Bay of Bengal contain humidity. These winds give more rainfall over the Coromandel coast. Northeast gets some rainfall due to the western disturbances and thunderstorms. This rain is very useful for the rabi crop in Punjab and Haryana. These winds give rain in Gujarat occasionally. This unseasonal rain in Gujarat is locally called Mawthu, that we even saw in our previous video, that what is Mawthu. Now you like to know about these two names also, as these came together with the other two names, jet stream and western disturbances. That is El Nino. This is a Spanish word which literally means a small child. Okay, what is meaning of El Nino? It means a small child. The name was given by Peruvian fishermen after the child Jesus because its impact is generally felt around Christmas. This warm current originates to the west of Peru along the Pacific coast in South America due to atmospheric and oceanic conditions. This current flows westwards and its impact is felt up to India. The El Nino phenomena takes place occasionally. Whenever it takes place, changes occur in the duration of monsoon and amount of rainfall in India. Okay, so El Nino brings the changes in our seasons, like the duration of monsoon, maybe the duration would be extending, and amount of rainfall also. Next is ITCZ. A large low pressure area develops over the equator where the trade winds converge. It is called intertropical convergence zone. That is the full form of ITCZ. What is the full form of ITCZ? Intertropical convergence zone. Remember it. The trade winds rise upwards in the form of air currents In July, this convergence zone is stationed over 20 degrees to 25 degrees north latitude. In India, it is stable over Ganga plains. There it is stabled. Due to the low pressure developed over this region, winds generated over the oceans in southern hemisphere blow towards this area, causing rain in few parts of North India. During colder season, the convergence zone shifts further south, so the winds change their direction to northeast. What you have to remember in this, that where it is stabled in India, so that is over Ganga plains, and you have to remember the degrees, 20 degrees to 25 degrees where in north latitude, and you have to remember the full form of ITCZ. That much you have to remember in this. And the other thing you have to remember, that it shifts further south, so the winds change their direction. It is the reason why the winds change their direction to northeast. Okay, so ITCZ, that is the reason for the changing the direction of winds. Now comes warm weather season, that is summer, Grishma season. Okay, in India the warm and dry season between March to May is called summer. During this season or this period, the sun rays fall vertically from south to north gradually, and the inland mass becomes warmer. Temperature increases continuously. The month of March is the hottest month in southern India. Temperature exceeds 40 degrees Celsius at many places. Central and northeast India experience maximum temperature during April and May. At some places, the temperature reaches around 45 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Thus, the entire nation experiences very high temperature during summer. Due to the altitude of peninsula and the plateau, the summer in South India is little mild compared to North India. The temperature here remains low, while the temperature in Delhi and Allahabad is 34 degrees Celsius. It is 30 degrees Celsius at Madurai and 27 degrees Celsius at Bengaluru. Thus, physical features and sea seem to have dominating effects on the temperature in south. Sea. Now sea, it means sea coast, is playing a major role for the temperature, whether it is winter or it is summer. Now you will like to know nor'wester. The low pressure pocket over north and northeast India is spread up to Bihar, due to which some parts of Odisha and Jharkhand become more hot occasionally. It means sometimes it became more hot. It is known as nor'wester. These winds are known as Kal Baisakhi locally and cause much damage in East India. The other name is Loo. This you have heard in our Gujarati language also, Loo. In the arid regions of West and Northwest India, sandstorm or thunderstorms are common. In summer, especially in May, very hot winds blow over North India, which are known as Loo. So, very hot winds are known as Loo. Due to the excessive heat, many people and animals die. This is the reason for the death of many of the people and animals in summer season. During this season, tropical cyclones develop over Bay of Bengal and over Arabian Sea, advance towards coastal area and cause devastating effects over coastal regions. Most of the country experiences hot and dry weather during summer. Most of the places do not receive any rain in this season, but sometimes Malabar coast gets some rain, which helps the mango crop. So it is called Amra Vrishti. This is why it is called Amra Vrishti, because it is good for the mango crops, and this is useful to mango and coffee crops. Now the next point is the advancing monsoon. It means rainy season which falls from June to September. India is an agrarian country. It means agricultural, okay. So the rainy season is very important season for India. About 80% of the rainfall country is received between June to September. Indian farmer is busy in farming from the beginning of the rainy season. Southwest monsoon winds are responsible. So as we are agricultural country, and so rainy season is very important season for us, as we want water for agriculture. So here southwest monsoon winds are responsible for the rain in this season and the humid and cloudy weather. From where we are getting the rain? So from southwest. That is why this is also known as season of southwest monsoon winds. Almost entire India gets rainfall due to these winds. By the end of May, a low pressure develops due to high temperature over India. As May comes in summer and the temperature is very high. So what happened? Due to this high temperature, a low pressure develops. And Central Asia, over India and Central Asia. At this time, Indian Ocean in the south develops high pressure. So winds blow towards northern low pressure pockets. The summer monsoon winds blow from the ocean towards India. As these winds are moisture laden, they bring rain. Due to the peninsular shape of South India, the southwest monsoon winds are divided into two parts. First is Arabian Sea current and the second one is Bay of Bengal current. Today we will keep up to here only. Further we will go in the next video. Hope you understood it well. Revise the chapter. If you are having any doubt, you may call me. Thank you.